Carl, good afternoon. How lovely to have you.
Got the right mic.
I've got the right mic. There's buttons and things all over the place in here.
You're not used to them by now?
Not really.
Oh, fair enough. Good afternoon.
Good
Alex.
afternoon. Lovely to have you in.
It's beautiful weather in Sulby, I would just like to tell your Bush listeners. I'm looking at the window here. It's horrendous. Sulby, well, granted it was at 8 o'clock this morning, was beautiful. Blue skies, bathed in sunshine.
This was it. I was on my way down from Ramsey today. Absolutely glorious. And you get to Douglas, and Manannan's cloak's got us, hasn't it?
Very truly has.
Now, you've handed me a poster here, actually, and it says, I never knew that nurses did that. Now, this is going to be something that we have very rarely touched on when talking about Arg Beiyn. We talk about you and the qualified vets. I know. Well, it's not about you today. It's not all about you. We're talking about actually the different things that the team of nurses do within the surgery.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a brilliant team up at Arg Beiyn, and we're very much a team made up of all the different parts. Our receptionists are great, but they're obviously very obvious to our clients. They come in, they see them, they're the first people they meet. Very often our nurses are the ones that are behind the scenes. People don't often see them. And at the moment we're trying to change that, because our nurses are a professional body. They're registered with the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons, who I'm registered with. They have their own responsibilities and they do an amazing job. They go through 2 years of really, really tough training at the same time as holding down a job. It's practically a degree course, and at the end of it, they are registered nurses, but they've done a job in the 2 years they're doing the training. They work nights, they work on call, they run the anaesthetic, and that's the complicated stuff, but they run their own clinics, they do weight control, they do diabetic clinics for our diabetic animal. The list goes on, Alex. They really are amazing people, and we want people to know that. I think in the old days, and certainly when I started off as a vet, back into old days when I was a young lad and you weren't even a twinkle in your mother's eye.
And when they used to pack your foot sandwiches to go down pit.
Walk down pit, look after donkeys. We're going Monty Python now, aren't we? We'll stop right there before I insult people with my Yorkshire accent. And nurses used to be kennel maids, and that's what they were considered. Now they are professionals in their own right, and as a major part of our team, and they just do brilliant work.
And this is something that, I want to highlight here. Looking down this poster at some of the different things that nurses do, I would imagine that one of the messages you want to get across, if someone books to come and see you at Arg Beiyn with their pet and they want a dental check, and it's a case of the nurse is going to do this. It's not a case of, the nurse is going to do this.
No. And in fact, if you come into our place now, Alex, very often the vet will do an examination, a consultation, and they'll do the things that they do, and then they may find something and they'll say, I'm now going to refer you to our dental nurse, or I'm going to refer you to our physiotherapist nurse or our weight nurse. And we, as vets, will make a referral to a fellow professional. And certainly that's how I treat my nurses. They are fellow professionals who have just as much, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, should get as much respect as the vet does, because they do, albeit a different part of the job, it's just as an important part of the job in looking after your animal's health.
And on the lighter side of things, we expect them to get more respect than you, because, of course, when it comes to the level of respect you get,
Well, from a staff for a start, it's non-existent, yeah.
And for me?
Well, that's even lower.
I'm saying nothing.
I know it's only because you love me, Alex.
That's exactly what it is.
That's when I can't sleep at night over it. I say it's only because he likes me. He treats me like that.
You keep telling yourself that, mate. That's fine.
It's the only thing that keeps me going, Alex.
I'm glad to hear it. So if people are wanting to book for things like dental checks, health checks, second vaccinations, things like this, these are the things they can go and see the nurse
even
for.
Just advice. Let's say you're thinking of getting a new dog or a new cat, or we even have 2 of our nurses are qualified exotics. They've got further qualifications in exotics. So let's just say you're thinking of getting a lizard or a chameleon or something like that. Please come and talk to us first. We see so many problems with these exotic animals that are purely and simply down to husbandry. People just aren't taught how to look after them properly. It's not their fault. Who knows how these beasties work if you're not used to them. We have 2 brilliant nurses in our practice who know those things. Ring up and say, I'm thinking of getting a chameleon, or I'm thinking of getting a gecko. Can I speak to your specialist nurse? And we'll go, we'll make you an appointment, come in and have a chat. And you then know when you get this pet, you know how to look after it, and you're going to avoid most of the problems that we see with people.
And of course, if people want to get in touch, as always, with Arg Beiyn, numbers and website and stuff.
Give us a ring in Oncon on 622 Ramsey is 812208. You'll find us on Facebook, like you find everybody on Facebook, unless Mr. Zuckerberg is hiding the information away and not telling anybody. Is that a satirical joke? Does that count as a satirical joke? It was a bit poor, really, wasn't it?
It was close.
It was close. It's
Yes.
the best I can do on a Thursday afternoon. And then www.iomvet.co.uk. And if I can be really cheeky, Mr. Brindley,
Go on.
at the moment we are so busy, and we pride ourselves on our standards of service, so we need new staff because we're so busy to maintain those standards of service. So if anyone fancies being a receptionist, we're looking for a receptionist at the moment.
There we go. And same numbers, Facebook, go on the internet, you'll find all the details
there's a big ad on Facebook giving all the details about it. Have a look and see. Come and join our brilliant team.
There we go.